All right, so let's kind of look at the big picture here. In Genesis, we have a problem. We had a relationship with God that was working just fine. We were in a full communion relationship. Adam and Eve were walking in the garden, and God was right there with them. But something happened, and that is humans wanted control. And as soon as they decided they wanted control and they did what they needed to do to assert control, the relationship was broken. So now we find ourselves in the time of the Exodus, Moses. And here's the thing. Humans still want to be in control, but they realize they're in trouble and they need some help. So God comes along and says, well, I can help you. I can give you something that'll help you structure your lives. And his help is wonderful because if we pay attention to his help, if we look at the laws of Moses, we realize that they convict us and remind us and help us to see how broken we are. We still tried to be in control under the laws. And that's why when we look at history, the Jews were constantly trying to twist and move things so that the laws worked in the favor of whoever was the ruling class. But the reality is, if we're looking hard at the law, none of us are able to keep it. And then realizing that suddenly, we find ourselves with the new covenant. Jesus pays for everything. Freedom is paid off for us. We no longer have to worry about debts under the law. And this changes our perspective of the law. Think about this for a second. If the law, under the old perspective, is this thing that I have to keep in order to preserve my relationship with God, and if I don't keep the law, I lose my relationship with God unless I do the right things to sacrifice to get back into a relationship with God. What if God shows up and says, here's the deal, I've paid all the debt. I've paid it all off. This is just about you being in a relationship with me. The law then is no longer this threat of condemnation. Now it's a tool that can help us to grow and mature